Are you wondering if Grand Prairie, Texas is a good place to live? Let's talk about it. I'm Keela McGraw, your favorite Fort Worth realtor, and if you are thinking about where to relocate in the Metroplex area, you may want to consider Grand Prairie, Texas. Grand Prairie is growing in popularity. We've helped a lot of people call Grand Prairie home, so we know firsthand what is good and what is not so good about living in Grand Prairie, Texas. Let's get started with the great things about Grand Prairie. So one of the great things about living in Grand Prairie is its location. It is centrally located between Dallas and Fort Worth, Texas. There are quite a few highways that run through Grand Prairie, Texas. You have Interstate 30, you have Interstate 20 that runs east and west. And then you also have the George Bush Tollway and Highway 360, which run north and south in Grand Prairie. So with all of these highway options, it's very easy to get around in the Metroplex if you do choose Grand Prairie as your home base. You can easily get to Fort Worth, you can get north of DFW, south of DFW, because you have such an array of highway choices. And with Grand Prairie being centrally located, you have easy access to DFW Airport, and you can get to Love Field pretty easily too. It's probably about a 20-minute drive to Love Field. So both of those airport selections are easily accessible to Grand Prairie. So let's talk about another pro of living in Grand Prairie, and that is the shopping. The shopping selections in Grand Prairie, Texas have really increased over the years, but let's talk about the few places that have been there for a while. And one staple in Grand Prairie is Traders Village. And if you have not experienced Traders Village, you need to check it out. It is a huge flea market that's only open on Saturdays and Sundays. It's about $5 for parking, but this flea market sits on 120 acres of land. So you can only imagine how many people flock to Grand Prairie on Saturday and Sundays to go to this ginormous flea market. And I'm serious, you can buy anything there. You can buy electronics, furniture, plants. They have rides. It's almost like a fair that goes on year round. So if you do live in Grand Prairie, you definitely want to check out Traders Village. Traders Village is located just off of 360 in Mayfield. There's different ways to get there, but definitely get there early, get your parking, and be ready to spend half, if not all day out at Traders Village. Another popular destination in Grand Prairie when it comes to shopping are the Grand Prairie Premium Outlets. Now, this outlet has over 100 stores. It includes Bloomingdale's, Nike, J. Crew, Banana Republic. There's a Levi's store there, Saks Fifth Avenue, Coach. So just a ton of stores. They have children's stores there as well. One of the cool things about this outlet is the layout, but in the middle of the outlet, there is a food court. So you can literally spend all day at this outlet. You have food there. There's also some food trucks that will stop by on certain weekends that you can find on the southeast side of the outlet. So check those out as well. So it's located just off of Highway 20. You can't miss it. You'll probably see the little tower that has all the advertisement of the different stores there. So definitely check that out if you're in Grand Prairie. And some of the newer shopping options in Grand Prairie include IKEA. There's Living Spaces, which is a furniture store. Pretty cool. In fact, my son loves to go there and play in the play area. Yes, it has a play area, so you can go shop in the furniture store, and there's a play area like a kids park for your kids to chill and have a good time and not worry you about what you're doing. So yes, check out Living Spaces. There's also quite a few stores that are being built out along that George Bush Tollway. So Grand Prairie, again, has a lot of shopping options, old and new. It's still growing, so I'm excited to see what else is coming. I did hear there is a Bass Pro Shop coming as well, so be on the lookout for that. Another refreshing thing about living in Grand Prairie, Texas is the housing. So the housing is pretty affordable when it comes compared to the rest of the DFW Metroplex. The median price of a home as of August 2022 was $341,000. So that's pretty affordable. Now, $341,000 will get you about a single-story home, 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms. And Grand Prairie has a variety of neighborhoods when it comes to older builds, but there are some new construction homes too. So if you go further south of Interstate 20, you'll find Lagos, which is a beautiful master plan community with a number of builders. But there's also Greenway Trails, which is a newer community as well. They're still building homes there. And that is further south off of 360, but the main builder there is D.R. Horton. So yes, you have a wide variety of home selections in Grand Prairie. And again, just remember, Grand Prairie is very affordable compared to the DFW Metroplex. The median price home in all of DFW was $407,000. At $341,000, you're getting a solid home at a great price, and you're centrally located. Another great thing about living in Grand Prairie are the entertainment and recreation options. So one of those options is Epic Central, and Epic Central is located just off of the George Bush Tollway. It's home to Epic Waters Indoor Water Park. It also has the Summit Recreation Center, which is for adults that are 50 and up. The Epic Reimagined Recreation Center is great for all ages. So that is just one corridor of Grand Prairie that really has a variety of options when it comes to recreation and entertainment. Another cool thing about Grand Prairie is Joe Pool Lake. So Joe Pool Lake is located in the southern part of Grand Prairie. So Joe Pool Lake has a variety of things that any lake would typically have. It has a marina, so if you do have a boat, you can definitely house it there. It also has a restaurant, so it's cool to kind of have that day at the lake where you can eat, you can play. They have kind of like a semi-beach area, so you can wade in the water, have kids out there, just really just having a good time on the water in all aspects. And for the golf lovers out there, Grand Prairie has two golf courses that we must mention. Those two golf courses are Tangle Ridge Golf Course and Prairie Lakes Golf Course. And when it comes to entertainment, if you like going to comedy shows or concerts, you have the Texas Trust CU Theater, which hosts all kinds of events. It's, again, easy access. You can easily access this place. It's just off of Interstate 30, and there are a lot of big names that come to this place. If entertainment in the way of comedy or concerts is your thing, you'll definitely want to check out Texas Trust CU Theater. And the city of Grand Prairie just has a lot of different events just for their specific city. So you'll definitely want to check out their website and see what's coming up. Of course, they have a public library and different parks and things like that that provide just all kinds of entertainment and recreation. Another good thing about living in Grand Prairie is its school district. So Grand Prairie Independent School District serves 27,000 students. The Texas Education Agency gave Grand Prairie Independent School District an overall rating of a B as of the 2021-2022 school year, which is pretty good. I mean, if you think about it, the surrounding districts also have Bs, and that includes Arlington, Mansfield, and Dallas Independent School District. So it's right along as far as overwide school district performance with the cities that surround it. And of course, you also have charter school and private school options if the independent school district is not a good fit for your kiddos. All right, so we talked about the great things about living in Grand Prairie. Let's talk about the not so great things about living in Grand Prairie. So one negative that I am always asked about is the weather. So the weather in Grand Prairie, just along much of the DFW Metroplex, is a mixture. So in the summers, it gets really hot. We're talking about multiple 100+ degree days. And with that, of course, everyone is running their AC, and so it sometimes overloads the power grid. So the weather can be a not favorable thing if you're thinking about moving to Grand Prairie, Texas. The other thing is in the winter, yes, we do get freezing temperatures. And again, that sometimes creates rolling blackouts and outages in your neighborhood. So keep that in mind. You might want to get a generator as a backup because we are experiencing that more and more over the years here recently. Another con to the weather are the tornadoes or the thunderstorms. So yes, we do have our occasional tornadoes in Grand Prairie, and our thunderstorms can be severe. It's not uncommon for us to have severe thunderstorms in the spring and in the fall. And with those severe storms comes hail, high winds. It's not always a tornado, but sometimes it feels like it's a tornado. So just know that yes, you might have to replace your roof more than usual anywhere else in the country. And those are our most severe things. We do have our occasional flooding from time to time, But again, the weather is changing and we're just adapting to it. Another not so great thing about Grand Prairie is the crime. So according to niche.com, Grand Prairie received a C+ as far as its grade for crime and safety. So take what you will. Of course, just like any other city, there are good and not so good neighborhoods and places. So just do your due diligence, do your research, and find out which would be the great place for you and your family. Another not so great thing about Grand Prairie, Texas is it has very limited fine dining. So if you like your 5-star steak restaurants or seafood or high-end restaurants, Grand Prairie is just not going to have that for you. You'll probably have to go to nearby Dallas or even Fort Worth to find some of those fine dining options. And hopefully in the future we'll get more, but not a lot to choose from when it comes to fine dining. Grand Prairie does have plenty of chain restaurants, so that won't be a problem. But if you're looking for that unique experience with fine dining, you're probably not going to just find it in Grand Prairie. And another con to living in Grand Prairie is the traffic. So I mentioned quite a few highways and interstates that run through Grand Prairie, and all of them at one point or another will be traffic jammed. So just realize that yes, the infrastructure in Grand Prairie is great when it comes to the roads, but there are a lot of people relocating to the area. So you will run into traffic. It's different times of the day. So a lot of people do take advantage of the toll roads, even though it is more expensive. It saves you time. So just keep that in mind when you're considering Grand Prairie as your home. So do you have any questions about living in Grand Prairie or the area? Just give me a call or text and I'll see you in the next video.